Hello. Hello, it's Friday. Funny Friday. Thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. I am live on YouTube and Google Hangouts. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a lag. I'm not sure. I don't think YouTube has started yet. Now, that's how, I think that is the YouTube lag. That's how long it's going. If there's any trouble with YouTube, let me know, because it just shows up as a blank screen on my screen. But hello, it's Funny Friday, where we share jokes to put everybody in a good mood for the weekend. So I hope I've got a good weekend planned. I hope you do too. Hello. Oh, Wing Doggy, you need to mute. I don't want to mute you for anyone. Yeah, if you're not already muted, please do so, Wing Doggy. Is it fixed yet? Wing Doggy. Okay, I muted him, but Wing Doggy, you're gonna have to. Is that better? All right, I muted him, but then I think that means that he's not going to be able to hear me either. I'll unmute him as soon as he lets me know. I'm not sure. I think that's what happened last time. Can you hear me? You can hear me, Wing Doggy? Just want to make sure this is working properly. Hello! Alrighty! Awesome! Then everything's perfect. All right. Okay, and we have a picture. I have a picture on for anyone who's watching on YouTube. All right, woo. So it's gray. It's gray and cold today. I have my sweater on again, but I have a very nice weekend planned. I'm very excited. I'm going back to my friend's German restaurant for more magic pancakes. I'm so excited. Seriously, I'm already excited for Sunday brunch. I will be writing another Yelp review, because the thing about, like, in science, when you're doing an experiment and you want to prove a result, you have to keep testing and replicate the results. So in order to prove scientifically that these pancakes are indeed magic, I need to eat more. So, David Jones says, yes, so that's what I'm doing. I will write another Yelp review of my friend's German restaurant next week, scientifically proving that the pancakes are magic. And David Jones says, a new Trader Joe's opened up in Texas where he lives, and he went in to get potatoes and onions. Well, awesome! That's awesome. I'm not sure as far as like sourcing where Trader Joe's, if they use local sourcing or if they use the same, sources for their produce in California as they do in Texas. I don't know if they have like different local distributors around the country, how that works. But in here, they've got a really nice produce section here in California. Hopefully it's the same. You can get organic sweet potatoes, organic onions. I'm told that anything that you buy that grows inside the ground, like under the ground, like an onion, a potato, things like that, those in particular you want to have an organic if you have the choice, because since they're in the ground, they're absorbing stuff even more. That's what I was told. Wait, somebody says, I think my neighbor is stalking me. She's been Googling my name on her computer. I saw it last night too, the day. Thank you from Sam. I think my neighbor's stalking me because I saw her Googling my name last night while I was looking through my telescope.
Hi, this is bookstore parking only, please, for next time. It's not for the cinema. Thank you.
I'm the law. I rule this parking lot. We have another joke from YouTube. They say you are what you eat, so I'm laying off the nuts. Too late. Too late. Wait. David Jones says log equals busybody woman who lives in the parking lot. Hey, who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? It's the Billy Goat Scruff. Well, it's technically, since I'm a leaseholder in this land, the parking lot is mine too, and insurance-wise, leaseholders, there is an amount of liability. People who are not associated with the bookstore, non-customers parking here, there's still a liability. Insurance-wise, non-customers are not supposed to be here. David Jones says I should collect a toll. Chocolate. Wait. Sam says, okay, here's a joke. This is my love life in a nutshell. Speaking of nuts again, you are what you eat. Nuts on the brain. This is my love life in a nutshell. Masturbation is like procrastination because yes, masturbation and procrastination. You're a lazy masturbator. I'll do it later. It's all good and fun until you realize you're only screwing yourself. Wait, what are you talking about? That's TMI. You know you're in a funk when you procrastinate on masturbation. I'll get to you later. So, hello, how's everybody doing? Sam says, I just hate people who use big words just to make themselves look perspicacious. Fancy word for using big words. And update for our story from yesterday. The TLC network has taken the 19 Duggars off of their show schedule. which is very good news to Honey Boo Boo's mother, because she went, hey, wait a minute, you were pretty quick to take us off the air when we had the child molestation problem. Yeah. Mama June the Hut was like, oh, wait a minute, no fair. You yanked us off the air. And some supporters of the Dugars were saying, oh, and boys would be boys. It's just he was a kid. It was a, curious mistake. He said he's sorry and God has forgiven him. Except how many of you out there, brothers or sisters, how many of you out there have ever in your childhood molested your brothers or sisters? I don't know. And not just once, but at least 5 times that they were aware of over several years. It's starting to get a little weird. Yeah. Because most of you say, well, oh, okay, he touched a girl. Okay, he touched his sister. Okay, he touched his sister forcibly. Okay, he touched his sister forcibly when she was 5. Starting to get weird. Over a course of several years. And everybody knew about it, and they didn't do anything. They said he was getting counseling, but he didn't really get counseling. Well, we sent him to work on our friend's house. It's trying to get weird. Yes, these are the same people who don't let their daughters wear short-sleeve shirts or anything because it might be sexy. Might make your brother molest you. It's your fault. They pretty much say, they tell their daughters that you must dress conservatively, otherwise you are tempting men. What happens when you're 12 and you're asleep? Is it still? Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who want to say, oh, but they're so religious. There are many cases over the years, many cases of very religious people, homeschooled religious people who are not so good at home when you start looking in the corners. So, yeah. Well, we told the church elders, and we talked to him, and he said he was sorry. Just, yeah, oh, weird. So, Sam says, a clean house is a sign of a broken computer. And Sam also says, congratulations, if you push the elevator button multiple times, it really will go into hurry mode. Trust me. I always do that. Sam says, what would you do if a girl kissed you? Sam says, I'd kiss her back. Sam says, what would you do if she's a really tall girl? And Sam says, same thing I always do. They're all tall. Kiss her back. And her front. And her side. And her... David Jones says, pasteurized. Too far to see. And, you know, speaking of the Dugars, it makes me wonder, they're talking about the son, like, oh, we talked to them. What did they say to their daughters? Because they spend a lot of time telling their daughters to be so good and not tempt anyone with their sexiness and wear super conservative clothes. What do they tell their daughters when they've been touched already and are tainted goods? Did they have a counseling talk with the daughters? Are their daughters living with a secret shame that they may have tempted their brother? Did they feel like they're damaged goods after being molested at 5 by your brother? What did they say? What's going on? I think the next show should be a combination of the Dugars and the Honey Boo Boos, all in a house together. Maybe the Dugars, the Honey Boo Boos, and the who's the family that the guy that has like sister wives? Let's put all of them, and maybe the Duck Dynasty. Let's make a version of Survivor Island with all of these reality show family train wrecks all on an island. the Duck Dynasties, the Dugars, the sister wives, and the Honey Boo Boos. All in a cage. Cage match to the death. Sue says no, they need a reality show. Huh? Tisa says this is a true story. Yesterday he was in a restaurant and he realized that he needed to pass gas really, really desperately. He couldn't even get up to walk. So he decided to time his farts to the beat of the loud music that was playing. It seemed to be working. After a couple of songs, he felt a lot better until he realized everybody was staring at him. And yes, everyone was staring at him. That's when he took out the earphones from his iPad. Oh! Right, you can hear that!
Hey.
I think that Mama June from Honey Boo Boos, she could probably eat a couple of the Dugars. They have a couple scares.
Hey, Lorielle.
Nom, nom, nom. That is delicious, Dugars. Delicious. Notice I used the D word.
My favorite D word is douchebag.
What's your name? I'm Delicious Dugar.
What are you drinking?
What's in that cup?
A guy goes to a psychiatrist and says, Doc, I keep having these alternating, reoccurring dreams. First I'm in a teepee, then I'm in a wigwam, then I'm in a teepee, then I'm in a wigwam. It's driving me crazy.
My
What's wrong with me?
Hey, you've
And
got.
the doctor says it's simple. You're too tense. Ah!
Yeah, my doctor diagnosed me with feline AIDS, so. I know about these doctors. One time I found myself inside of a walrus's stomach, and wouldn't you believe it, it turned out that's also where my
Sam
mother
says,
was.
I hear voices.
You hear voices? Are they nice voices, baby?
Hello, I'm the ghost of your
What?
father.
Somebody's typing.
Working people. Please don't mute me. I'm another human being like yourself.
Hello, thank you for checking in. Nice to meet you. Oh, really?
Yes, hi. We tried to say hello.
Yes, hi.
Okay. Thank you, Allura. I can't hear that. I just deleted him, yes. I'm trying to take over my show. Yeah, I couldn't hear that. Jesus says, working people frequently ask retired people what they do to make their days interesting. And, for example, the other day, my wife and I went to town and we went into a shop. When we were there for 5 minutes, when we came out, there was a cop writing out a parking ticket. We went over to him and said, come on, can't you give a senior citizen a break? He ignored us and continued writing the ticket. So then I called him a Nazi turd. He glared at me and started writing another ticket for having worn tires. So then my wife called him an asshole. So he finished writing the second ticket, put it on the windshield, and then he started writing a third ticket. That went on for about 20 minutes. The more we abused him, the more tickets he wrote. Personally, we didn't really care that much because we took the bus that day. Ah! Somebody, whose car was that? Hi, Wing Doggy. Well, I hope if I had, here's a question I had you guys. We had somebody who was saying inappropriate stuff, but I have all the sound blocked, so I think only you guys can hear it that are on the live show. I don't know if that's recorded for later. Does anyone know when the recording goes up? Yeah, no, I kicked somebody out who came in. Jesus says, 3 guys walk into a bar, and the first guy says, I have the smallest arm in the world. Why are you bragging about that, first guy? The second guy says, I have the smallest head in the world. My goodness, why are you bragging about that, second guy? And the third guy says, I have the smallest dick in the world. Why the hell are you bragging about that, third guy? The three guys go to the Guinness Book of World Records. The first guy comes back and says, I really do have the smallest arm in the world. The second guy comes back and says, I really do have the smallest head in the world. And the third guy comes back and says, who the hell is Justin Bieber? Ah, wait a minute. There's some people. Wait a minute. Well, Linda says he was saying something about being diagnosed with feline sexual disease. I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Is that like kitty AIDS? I don't know what that is. Oh, well, sorry about that person that I kicked out. But yeah, not allowed. And he was asking what I was drinking. Well, first of all, why does I pushed the button that says there's not supposed to be any sound. Why is there sound? Oh, Sam says he was trying to be funny. Oh, it's Funny Friday and he was trying to be funny and we kicked him out because he wasn't funny. I'm sorry. We got another long one. It's Funny Friday where we share jokes to put everyone in a good mood for the weekend. He says there's a 15-year-old Amish boy and his father were amazed by almost everything they saw at the mall, but especially by the two shiny steel walls that could move apart and then slide back together, and move apart and then slide back together. The boy said to his father, "What is that, father?" And the father said, "Had never seen an elevator before." "Son, I've never seen anything like that in my life. I don't know what it is." And the father and the son watched in amazement as a fat lady in a wheelchair moved up and pushed the button. The walls opened and the woman rolled inside. The walls closed, and the boy and his father watched the small numbers above the walls light up sequentially. They continued until they reached the top number, and then the numbers began to come back down. Finally, the doors opened again, and a gorgeous 24-year-old blonde stepped out. The father, not taking his eyes off of the woman, says to the son, "Son, go get your mother." It's an amazing future machine. It's magic. Thank you, Sam. Sam says it's the last joke of the day. Sam says, even people who are good for nothing can bring a smile to your face when pushed down the stairs. What kind of homicidal humor is that? Have an awesome 3-day weekend, Sam, and Wing Dougie and Redhead. It's a 3-day weekend. Memorial Day is on Monday, where we remember the sacrifices of so many soldiers before that have helped us establish this great nation that we have. Memorial Day. Oh, and it's past 5:45. I am just about to sign off, but I am getting ready for an awesome 3-day weekend. And I don't think I'll be here on Monday. Just wanted to let you guys know. I think, yeah. I'm just about to sign off, but I want to thank you guys for coming to see me because you're awesome. And thank you for the jokes, for the Funny Friday jokes. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Allure Star. David Jones says Memorial Day started after the Civil War. He knows because he remembers. He remembers the first one. David Jones is actually a vampire. He's actually a couple hundred years old. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Allure Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T-Sis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clifton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Neen and Starraven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Asher Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and 1QOV and Red Stapler and Joe Barney and Marcel and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and T-Sis and Wing Doggy and Redhead. Make sure I got everybody. And St. Clinton! Woohoo! St. Clinton! How is that new schedule working for you? Very good to see you, my dear. So I am just about to sign off. But I will see you guys on Tuesday. I've got plans for this weekend. I've got good plans with my sweetie. That's true. And thank you all for the sweet Facebook comments and everything. I put this much of his face. You can't really see, but I just wanted everyone to know that there's really somebody there, and it's not just my imaginary friend. All right. I love you guys. Kisses for everybody. I love you. Bye. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.